All right, a Brooklyn-based entrepreneur is turning playtime into some serious business, swimming with sharks and taking on one of the biggest toy companies in the world.
Yeah, but as Joe Messeri explains, it's a love of learning that really is fueling his efforts. Joe's at the Hyundai Pix11 studio with this week's I Am Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's right, Corey. At 21 years old, most kids are going to class or college parties, but Vladislav why can't I do this? Excuse me here, I need to get this right. Vladislav Smolyanskyy is building a business Pinblock by Pinblock, traveling to China to find manufacturers and taking on one of the biggest toy companies in the world. But overcoming adversity is nothing new for this entrepreneur. It's all in this week's I Am Brooklyn.
I'll bring it to the toy industry because they all return my call. And I'll bring deals to you.
Shark Tank and all these big events, those are just the results. That's the outcome of all the work and all the troubles that you had to go through.
In business and in life, Vlad Smolyanskyy hasn't always had it easy. Before he was swimming with sharks, the entrepreneur was born in war-torn Ukraine. When he was just 10 years old, he and his mother moved to Brighton Beach after his father passed away.
I always knew that I came here for a reason, and the reason was to kind of succeed my father in a way in my own path.
Smolyanskyy says he developed a love of learning at a young age, reading self-help books to help him assimilate in the United States. And growing up in Brooklyn, he says, inspired him to become an entrepreneur.
From day one, you have to hustle, you have to grind. Even if you're not going into entrepreneurship route, to afford the rent, and to even at this point get a job, you really have to apply yourself.
About 2 years ago, Vlad found himself playing with a Lego set and decided he wanted to make a watch, but the rigid pieces just weren't flexible enough.
I saw that the toy that I thought that was the ultimate creative medium as a child wasn't really as creative as we thought.
So Vlad created Pinblocks. Unlike the competition, every Pinblock is the exact same shape, only the color varies, which means you never have to search for the right piece. The creative building blocks have become so popular that Vlad recently landed a spot on ABC's Shark Tank.
We're 50-50.
Where he got to pitch his idea to a panel of billionaire investors.
I just stood there for a while. It feels like, if you put a bulletproof vest on you and you get shot with a shotgun in the chest, it just damn. So much analysis had to go in that moment, and meanwhile I'm just staring into space.
Eventually, Vlad came back down to earth and agreed to a deal with Kevin O'Leary, an investor known as Mr. Wonderful.
It's an overblown part of him. He's a guy who can't stand. He's a guy who will take truth over lies any day.
Sounds like a lot of people from Brooklyn.
Right? No, actually, the way you put it, I think O'Leary will be the perfect Brooklyn guy. Yeah.
With the deal in hand, the 21-year-old is now focused on bringing his toy to kids all over the world, hoping to unlock a love of learning that's helped him overcome every obstacle he's faced.
If I can't make it, I don't know enough and I have to learn, and then I'll be able to do it. There's nothing that I can do. And I want to give that to the kids. Because with kids, a lot of times they come up to the booth and come up to the blocks and they ask me, what can I make with this? I'm like, you tell me. My name is Vlad, I'm an entrepreneur, and I am Brooklyn.
And since landing a deal on Shark Tank, Vlad says Pinblocks have become so popular that he's sold out of all his inventory. Now he's looking for a new manufacturer who can help him meet the increased demand. Just another obstacle he set his sights on overcoming. Reporting from the Hyundai Pix11 studio at Barclays Center, I'm Joe Messeri.
Oh, such a great story, and I got to figure out what I'm gonna invent, Tamsin. That's gonna go on Shark Tank.
So you can be an I Am Brooklyn. Oh, okay. I thought so. You could be I Am Brooklyn.
Sure, that too.
Shark Tank.
Yeah, I'm just
That'd
trying
be
to
nice too.
get that deal.
That's a rough crowd, though. I got to tell you, they're intense.